This month, we're addressing a serious topic that impacts a huge percentage of our students: poverty. Study after study shows that students from a low socioeconomic background are more likely to experience a multitude of factors negatively affecting their education. In particular, we want to discuss how a student's literacy especially gets underdeveloped if that student comes from an impoverished background. You may be thinking, what's the connection between a student's socioeconomic status and their ability to read? That's a great question. Unfortunately, living in a high-poverty area means students are less likely to have the relationships and resources that equip them with essential literacy skills. First, researchers have found that language acquisition is adversely affected by poverty. The quantity and quality of phrases directed at children correlates with income level, leading children in low-income households to develop vocabularies at half the rate of children of professional parents. By age 4, children in low-income households may have heard up to 30 million fewer spoken words than their middle and upper-income counterparts. In addition to vocabulary development, reading skills are directly affected. Reading is something that must be taught. The brain literally rewires itself to learn phonological awareness, fluency, vocabulary, phonics, and comprehension. All of these skills must be explicitly taught, but the time and expertise needed by caregivers to teach them are difficult to come by. Not only might caregivers lack the expertise, time, and motivation needed to teach literacy skills, but even if they did want to read to their children, they might not have the resources with which to do it. Many students living in poverty grow up without books. While researchers have counted dozens of books per child in the typical middle-income household, they have also found about 1 book for every 300 children in low-income neighborhoods. Low-income households are also far less likely to take their children to culturally enriching places such as parks, libraries, zoos, museums, vacations, or even after-school programs such as athletics, music, or dance. In short, students from low socioeconomic backgrounds are likely to have smaller vocabularies, fewer literacy skills, and less exposure to the world around them. In terms of literacy, this means they often start school behind their wealthier peers, and this literacy gap leads to a widening achievement gap year by year. It may seem that by the time schools receive these students, there is little that can be done, but this is not the case. Schools can help these students by providing an enriching learning environment and becoming more aware of factors affecting them. First, schools can use pinpoint assessments to identify where their students are at as readers, no matter the age. They can then provide instruction focused specifically on building those student literacy skills across the curriculum. Second, teachers can provide students with the time, expertise, and resources students may lack at home. Daily time focused on reading for fun and for knowledge can be facilitated, as can a warm environment that encourages reading skills and perseverance. Schools can also provide books, magazines, texts, and other take-home reading materials students may lack. Finally, teachers can rethink the assumptions they make in the classroom regarding literacy. Students might not have the background knowledge or core literacy skills needed to successfully complete certain tasks, and teachers might improve teaching strategies with background knowledge or differentiate the texts they use in class. Schools should work side by side with parents to help them provide an enriching household focused on achievement. Nationally, the U.S. Department of Education is working to improve early childhood education opportunities for 3- and 4-year-olds, and many nonprofit organizations are trying to help make books more accessible to families from low-income neighborhoods. Poverty's impacts on a child's literacy are complex, but not overwhelming. Our solutions must be intentional and multifaceted so we can empower children with the hope they need to build their literacy skills and prepare for a lifetime of reading.